Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Miller here to do a read aloud. Since you've been learning about ladybugs in science, and now you're going to be learning about the beach, the book I chose is Ladybug Girl at the Beach. The character's name is Lulu, but she calls herself Ladybug Girl because she plays pretend. And in this story, she experiences a moment at the beach where she really wants to be brave. So I want you as a reader to try to make a connection with that or anything else that you see in the story or anything that you hear that she feels during the story. Because in Reader's Workshop, remember, we are taught that making connections to the characters in our stories helps us to be better readers. So the author is David Soman and Jackie Davis. This is the title page, Ladybug Girl at the Beach by David Soman and Jackie Davis. Let's see what adventures she has at the beach. We're finally here, declares Lulu as she jumps out of the car and spreads her wings. Lulu is pretending to be a ladybug, and this is her dog. I love the beach, says Lulu. You've never been to the beach before, replies her big brother. But I already know I love it, she says, and I can't wait to go swimming in the waves. The sand feels warm under her feet as Lulu and Bingo lead the family to a good spot to spread their blanket. Bingo is the dog. Lulu runs to the edge of the water. The ocean goes on and makes huge roaring sounds. She had no idea it was going to be so big and noisy. She takes a few steps backward. Bingo barks at the waves. Are you going in? Her brother yells, running past her and splashing into the water. I don't think so, she says. I really came here to build sandcastles. Lulu retreats to the beach blanket to find her trusty pail and shovel. Looks like Lulu is nervous or afraid to go into the water. She builds a giant sandcastle and uses little sticks for people. The king and queen are very happy here, she thinks. Bingo digs a moat to keep them extra safe. And here she is, pretending. Lulu walks over and sits down next to her mama. She looks out at the ocean, which is glittering with light. She thinks it looks pretty from far away. Do you want to go into the water? Asks Mama. No, Lulu says. I want to fly a kite right now. Soon the kite is darting back and forth in the wind, but Lulu holds on tight. After the wind dies down, it feels really hot. Lulu glances at the ocean. She thinks the water would be cool, but the waves still look much too big. This is a good time to remind her parents about ice cream. Some beaches do have ice cream. Lulu lists her top 11 favorite flavors: chocolate marshmallow, cherry vanilla, pistachio, butter pecan, peppermint bonbon, peanut butter chip, raspberry swirl, peach pie, almond fudge, royal banana surprise, and vanilla. At the ice cream stand, Lulu can't choose just one. This is a day for a double scoop, her mama says. Sometimes mama can be very right. Ooh, double scoop. That means she gets 2 scoops. Come on, Bingo, says Lulu after she finishes her ice cream. Let's take a walk down the beach. They find a long piece of driftwood. Lulu writes loopy L's in the sand and draws pictures of Bingo. He's the perfect subject and stays really still. It is very hot. Lulu looks at the ocean. Other kids are splashing and jumping in the waves. I wonder what she's thinking. She must be thinking about going into the water. Let's see. She walks down to the edge of the water. Should we get our feet wet, Bingo? She asks. She thinks it would be okay to go into the ocean just a little bit. Suddenly, a wave crashes into her legs and nearly knocks her over. Just as she gets her balance, the whirling water races back and tries to pull her in. Her feet get buried. buried into the sand, up to her ankles. Are you okay, Bingo? Lulu asks. She looks around to see if anyone noticed that they were almost carried away, but everyone is playing just as they were before. Let's be explorers, says Lulu, brushing the sand off her knees. We can collect things for our museum. They march off across the beach. They hear seagulls that sound like they're laughing. They discover crabs that burrow into the sand and pick up slimy seaweed washed up on the shore. There are also lots of shells on the beach, all different shapes and sizes. She chooses the most special ones and puts them into her pail. I know, Bingo. I bet if we dig, we could find a pirate treasure. Lulu says she digs and digs and digs. Finding treasure is hard work. When Lulu feels the water splash against her, she spins around. The tide has come in. It's taking her favorite pail. She has to rescue it, or it'll be lost forever. This is a job for Ladybug Girl. I'll save you, she says, snapping up the pail. When she looks down, she realizes she's in the ocean. She's actually in the ocean. The water is past her knees, and she isn't afraid at all. Ladybug Girl isn't afraid of anything. For the rest of the long afternoon, Ladybug Girl and Bingo splash in the water and run on the beach, daring the waves to catch them. You can't catch me, waves. I'm Ladybug Girl. Ladybug Girl and Bingo play until the bright blue sky turns pink. They make footprints in the sand, at least 14 miles of them, Ladybug Girl thinks. Every time the ocean erases them, they make more. Then it's time to go, and Ladybug Girl trudges back across the still warm sand. Bingo follows slowly, dragging his ears. Look how tired they are from their very long day. Standing at the top of the dunes, Ladybug Girl waits for her brother. So, did you like your first time at the beach? He asks. Yes, she answers. I told you, Ladybug Girl loves the beach. She loved it so much she fell asleep. Boys and girls, in the beginning, she was afraid to go in the water. But in the end, she wound up finding herself super duper brave to rescue her bucket, found herself in the water, and realized how much she loved it. So, if you made any connections, maybe you thought about a time that you were brave, and if not, maybe you thought about a time you flew a kite, or you collected shells, or you built sandcastles, you played in the sand. Well, hopefully you thought about a time that you enjoyed yourself just as much as Ladybug Girl. And if you really liked that story, there's other stories too. Ladybug Girl and Ladybug Girl and Bumblebee Boy. You can find these stories on YouTube or at the library. I hope you enjoyed it. Have fun at the beach this summer. Bye.